Hi, I'm Dave Reynolds, and I'd like to tell you what the future has to offer. Smart people know that there's a limited supply of fossil fuel, and eventually it'll run out. They also know that their comfortable lifestyle is based on low-cost energy. So when presented with how geothermal power can be tapped to its full potential and do it in a way that's highly economical, they take action to make it happen. Building geothermal power plants that produce between 160 megawatts and 1600 megawatts almost anywhere in the United States creates a vast number of opportunities, especially since this electricity can be generated at a cost of 1 cent per kilowatt and sold for 10 cents. In the beginning, it takes approximately 3 years to build a 160 megawatt facility and 5 years to build a 1600 megawatt facility. Transportation is quick to embrace the abundance of electricity. However, EV customers do not like having to wait for their cars to charge up. So, one standardized battery is developed for all cars and a slightly larger one for big rigs. This makes it possible for customers to pull into a charging station, have their battery dropped out, and a fully charged one lifted into place within 2 minutes. The depleted battery is credited with what electricity remains on it to the customer, and the depleted unit is placed in an array of batteries for recharging. Smart people also know that geothermal power plants that cost between $300 million and $1 billion can be built with a publicly traded mining company. This gives people at all levels of income a chance to profit from a growing advanced geothermal industry. As profits increase, towns and cities develop contracts to build a high-speed maglev subway system that travels at speeds of over 400 miles an hour. This creates a vast number of quality jobs connecting leisure locations with work and housing. In addition, more ways are developed to handle the increasing demand for electricity as populations grow. As time progresses, indoor agriculture becomes highly profitable as climate change and pests of all kinds have an ever-increasing impact on crops. Now let's explain how geothermal power reached its full potential. For over 100 years, geothermal power was successfully producing electricity using a 6-inch diameter well. However, only enough water could flow through these pipes to produce 10 to 15 megawatts of power. And there were other limiting factors such as potential site location and economic costs that prevented geothermal power from reaching its full potential. Instead of drilling for geothermal energy, mining with a 5-foot or 15-foot diameter shaft was used. This mining was all done with remote-controlled robotic equipment. Going down 1,000 feet at a time using mining platforms to reach a depth of 30,000 feet reduced construction costs by over 80% of what it would cost to drill to that depth. The reduced cost was great, but the mine shaft could also move more water, and larger equipment could be used to build a closed-loop system of interconnecting pipes designed for an optimal recharge rate instead of a depletion rate. This gives the power plant a much longer lifespan, and a sealed system protects the mine from contamination. I would like to thank Joel Osteen for spreading the word of God and inspiring me to write this. Also, special thanks must be given to Jesus for teaching goodness, mercy, forgiveness, and how to be kind to others.